Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Let's talk about the aftermath and, what should Anthony Joshua and Danny Dubois do next. That shocked me. I did the rematch video. How AJ said he wanted, or Eddie Hearn said AJ wanted the rematch and all that. So I'm gonna try to remember to repost that first. But for real, on the real, on the real, man, looking at it, man, it's only one guy I think that, Dubois, let's talk about him, he probably should avoid, to be real. It's only one guy I think he honestly should avoid, and I think that's McCauley. And I ain't saying, he should, I ain't advocating avoiding, but that dude right there a problem. That'd probably be one of the best fights to see. McCauley, Dubois, Zane. And it's funny how the changing of a division and the changing of the guard can come just like that. I remember when Chad Dawson cleaned out 175, all them old ninjas, Glenn Johnson, Antonio Tarver, and the division went for Roy. And Roy shouldn't have came back down. And Roy will tell you that himself. And it went to Tarver, Johnson, and all them passing Roy around like a $2 hole. And, they was running the division. Then, Chad Dawson came and cleaned up Thomas Adamick, Antonio Tarver, Glenn Johnson, I believe. And he was the king of the division. The next thing you know, John Pascal, I know he came off a really, really good loss. You never seen this fight. It was a really good fight, in my opinion. Carl Froch and John Pascal. I believe they fought at 68. Pascal moved up to 75. He ended up beating on Chad Dawson. That fight made me the maddest. That's one of the fights that pissed me off. And then, after that, in that division, and then, Bernard came back. The alien beat Pascal. So the division it changed. In boxing, you get old overnight. Cutie, like, I should have rolled back up on her. Ain't gonna lie, I should have did so. But I'm in the ghetto. Somebody put a strap. Nigga, what you want, nigga? But yeah, that's how it be. So, but it can change like that. These guys get old overnight. Yeah, they get old overnight, and you got new guys always coming in, always rotating in. You got new guys. So with the boys, we went from, talking about Wilder and Joshua being a high fight, Fury reinserting himself into the division. Then we went from Fury, reinserting himself into the division to him getting knocked off, Usyk coming up. Now it's Usyk's division. I think he was pulling up, so I appreciate that, Kim Pope. Usyk pulling up to the division. And, now McCauley and Dubois, and people could have said that Dubois could have easily got past Usyk. It should have probably beat Usyk, and that should have been a knockdown. So, all the losses that Dubois had, he had, he fought really tough guys. And he learned from the losses. He learned from all them losses that he been through. So, he learned through all them losses that he been through, man. So that, in a real, me and Adonis was speaking, with Modern Bruce, we was speaking, and he was basically saying that, Dubois was, AJ was, Dubois was brought up the right way. He was brought up the old school way. They didn't coddle him like they coddle the UK fighters. Only thing he really ain't did is probably come stateside. No, did he? And then AJ was just perfectly match made. They talk all about Wilder being perfectly match made. Wilder came from busting dishes at Red Lobster and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. him fighting 1,000 bums, nigga, you can fight 1,000 bums right now. You know, you can fight 1,000 bums right now, and we wouldn't, you know, we wouldn't be as good as him. So you got to have some talent to do so. So he had to learn. But AJ, they was trying to act like AJ was so much different than Wilder. He wasn't. He just looked more technical, but he was, you know, and the boy showed him like it's a new era. And it's, you know, when a guy like this loses, the first thing that people like, the first thing they do is take away from what Buddy did. No, AJ wasn't old. Let's keep it funky. No, AJ wasn't old. Hell no. You know, AJ got beat by a guy that he should have beat, in my humble opinion. You know, he got beat by a guy he should have beat. Boys, like I said before, if you got a rematch with AJ, so be it. Get paid. Get paid. But, you know, it's great fights out there. You know, Zhang is a dangerous fight for him. But it's showing that, you know, mentally now he prepared to take a punch. He can clean his defense up a little bit. They getting his head off the line with his feet. So, you know, so Zhang could be a dangerous fight. Coley would be a dangerous fight. Ain't no point of rematching Joyce. He cooked. You know, other than that, ain't really, you know, I mean, shit, who shouldn't he beat? Beat Filip Parkovich already. I mean, you know, Tyson Fury, if he beat Usyk, I mean, you spend the block on Usyk. If I'm Usyk, now retire. I ain't Trilogy and Joshua. I ain't rematching the boys. I climbed the mountaintop. I'm getting out of here. Unless there's a lot of more money to be made, getting out of here. I ain't going back down to cruiserweight. I ain't doing none of that shit. Bridgerweight, I'm out of here. So outside of that, you know, this should be a very, you know, it should be interesting. So it's a new guard in the division. The only sad thing about it is when Deontay Wilder went down, that was a wrap. Because, you know, and Jared Anderson was supposed to carry the torch, but it ain't. He lost. I mean, I don't mean nothing. The boys lost a couple times and still came back and was that the real deal. So in the grand scheme of things, it don't really matter. But right now, American heavyweight boxing, it ain't fun. You know, as much as they sat there and they slandered and they hated on Wilder, he was the fun. He was the hot topic. He made boxing really go in America. And he got old. Joshua got old. We never got that fight. You know, Fury got old. Never got the Joshua fight. So it's the end of an era. You know, Usyk can probably officially close the era. He can officially close the era. So, you know, quite frankly, for Dan the boys, you know, the sky's the limit. You do look to unify. You know, we gotta see what happens with the rest of Usyk belts, but Usyk probably rematch should be his top priority. You know, but I wouldn't do it if I was Usyk. And, you know, just looking to go out there and you know, make his name on a new era of a division. So, and as far as Anthony Joshua, I mean, shit, you know, of course, and I said in that video, about him wanting the rematch. Of course, he should get the immediate rematch. Too much money in it, too much popularity and notoriety in that fight. Of course you do it. You gotta get it back again. You know? You gotta get it back again. You know? So maybe you might clip him with 10-ounce gloves. He may not recover this time. So you might come up on top. Heavyweight boxing, you can go either way. You can go either way. So but yeah, I think he should do it. But, you know, if he chose to do something else, they still talking about possibly doing the Fury fight, win, lose, or draw with Usyk. I mean, because people want to see it. But then, you know, it's like eating molded bread. Nobody want to, you know, eat no cinnamon. We love cinnamon raisin bread, but we don't want to eat it if it's moldy. You know? We don't want to eat it if it's moldy. that's real spiel. So, like I continue to say about the whole thing, man, and about it, man. It's just to the point where, you know, Anthony Joshua's get the media rematch, but you know, should he retire? It's up to him. It's up to him. You know, you gotta say, oh, he should retire. You know, can you financially retire? You know, I know y'all probably don't watch American football, probably watching. But they talking about a guy who got a couple concussions. He should retire. He have a $50 million insurance policy, but he signed a deal for like over $200 million. You know, shit, hell no. Like, nigga, I'm gonna keep playing to get my 200. You feel me? 200 or 50 million, shit. You know? Hell no. So some people can't retire. Financially can't retire. Some of these people are the breadwinners in their families and stuff. So some people can't retire. Believe it or not, some people just can't. So, you know, I look forward to seeing what he do. I don't think AJ is quite done yet. It's in the heavyweight division. It can go either way. But, yeah, you know, he's been knocked out before. He's been knocked down before. But how he got destroyed, I see why people believe so. But, you know, maybe he had a bad camp. We don't know. Maybe he had a bad camp. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notification. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. The link tree on my X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Check out the